Hello everyone, my name is Roke here, and we're back with another Dumb It Down entry, and this time we're in City of Threads. This is probably the longest of the 8 base warwithin dungeons, and if you don't know what you're doing, it can seemingly drag on forever, but that's what we're here for. Grab a snack and buckle up, because we're diving in. It's a straight shot to the first boss, Orator, Kit Kat, that's what I'm calling him, and he is hell-bent on hugging you, and he's going to keep you within 10 yards of him at all times, or you're going to get hit with massive shadow damage and be ripped right back into his range. He'll also occasionally use a cone attack called Terrorize, which deals heavy damage and causes you to cower in fear for a few seconds, so watch for that. Vociferous Indoctrination also is a large ticking AoE, so healers need to be ready for it. The tank hit on this fight is called Subjugate, and besides that, just beat him up. To get to the second boss, you'll need to find 4 spies around a large area. Look for the smoky silhouettes as you run around, and follow them to the location of the spy. Do this 4 times, and then meet up with the friendly Nerubian mob to walk to the second boss. Moving on to the second boss, Fangs of the Queen is actually an interesting 2-part fight. The bosses share health, so if you have a 2-target cleave, that's the build to run here. And upon reaching 100 energy, the bosses will dash rapidly and swap between attacking and supporting roles. The attacker will always do a frontal cone slash called Shade Slash. It'll do heavy damage, and another move called Duskbringer that deals pulsing damage to all players, plus some additional damage if they're too close to the supporting boss. The supporting boss will throw frost daggers at players, slowing them and dealing frost damage, and they'll also throw knives out that deal ticking physical damage as well. Best advice here is just to slam them down as fast as possible for best results. Moving on to the Coaglamation, and this is another fight with a lot of movement. Viscous Darkness slams players back and brings orbs out from all over the room, and if the orbs touch the boss, it gets a buff and deals pulsing damage. So intercept the orbs yourself, and healers need to clear the debuff quickly. Tanks will get hit by Oozing Smash and receive less healing for 10 seconds, so this is a very healer-intensive fight. When the boss reaches 100 energy, they will begin pulsing shadow damage. Blood Surge causes puddles to form around blood reservoirs around the room, and standing in these pools will do heavy damage. Intercept the orbs, and nuke the boss for a quick victory. Moving on to Izo, this is a bit of a wonky fight. Shifting anomalies are active from the very start of the fight, and you'll get knocked back and hit for a decent amount when you make contact with them, and they'll move around the room the whole fight. Izo uses Splice to take damage on all players, and will occasionally transform into a Nerubian Lord for a big slam, or a Nerubian Sage to snare all players and root them in place until webs are destroyed. Tanks should prepare a huge defensive for process of elimination, when Izo will recall all anomalies at once and slam them into the tank for a massive hit. Dodge the anomalies and the swirlies, and this one's an easy kill. And that's it for City of Threads. This is definitely a stretched out dungeon, and it'll definitely lead to some early season frustration, but I kinda like how complex it is in some ways. As always, if you want a Mythic or Mythic Plus version of this guide, drop it in the comments below, and until next time, I'll catch you later. See ya!